Hi guys, it's Jen here again. I just want to come on here and show you a little Christmas gift that I got a little bit early. I splurged a little bit. Alright, so funny thing is, I had this gift card that was given to me last year by a friend who is no longer a friend because that relationship went sour. But I still had this gift card that I never used. It was to Reflections here in town, which is run by my friend Kate, who used to go to high school with me. And she sells all stuff like kind of holistic, more or less gemstones, gem jewelry, gem dream catchers, salt lamps. She does essential oils as well, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. And she had these Soji Pure Crystal energy water bottles. And I was looking at them and I'm like, oh, they're like $80. And I'm like, I don't have the money right now, blah, blah, blah. But I just remembered, I'm like, oh, I have this gift card for $20 that my friend gave me when we were on good terms. And I never used it. And it had a deadline of using it by the 18th of December of this year. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to use the last little bit of what was left over from my rent 2 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago now. And use that to go and get this water bottle. Because she had different, I think she had 4 different kinds. She had clear quartz, amethyst, smoky quartz, citrine, and obsidian. And there are probably more, but those were the ones that she ordered. And I was looking at the citrine one because at that point I was like, I need more abundance in my life in all areas, financial in particular. And citrine's very good for bringing in money. It used to be called, probably still is, the merchant stone. So that's really cool. So I went up there and I bought myself my little Christmas gift. So this is, you can't really see it. It's really cool. I got water in it right now, but it's kind of like they have different ones. They're all natural crystals. This one was kind of cool because it had like half. You can kind of see it when it like goes like that, but like half gold, which is the natural citrine, and then the rest is like the regular quartz crystal. Now, granted, the shapes are man-made, so they're lab cut, I guess, or cut with a laser or something. But the actual crystal itself is original. So this one's got a slight crack in the side of it. If you there you can kind of see it there. And I thought that it spoke to me. Like, it's wounded. It always was wounded. You know, maybe got wounded in the process of them drilling the holes in the bottom to try and make it get onto the thing. But I thought, you know what? I've been wounded too, and we can heal from that, and that's our scar, but we can grow from that. So I figured, perfect crystal for me. So I got this cool, and these are more than some of the other ones. They're like the gem ones that I've seen online and on Instagram, where they got like little pieces or something, or they'll have one that's like half of this size and it's not as big. Like, this thing is like this big. I wish I could take it out, and you can take the bottom out, and it comes out as a separate piece. I'll post pictures of, if I still have them. I don't know if I deleted them or not, of what it is. But today's the only day it's kind of sunny out, and I tried getting a picture of it, but it's kind of so transparent that you can only kind of see it by the human eye. Like, because you can kind of see how, like, it fades right there, where it's halfway yellow and halfway not. Oh, you can kind of see it when I hold it up to a wall. It's white. It just doesn't like my pale face. But anyway, so this is really cool. Really kind of heavy, which means it's got a solid crystal in it, which is really cool. So down the line, I might actually get a couple more of these. But this one definitely, and the funny thing is, like, I was like, okay, it's kind of cute, and I didn't put much thought into how it actually will manifest, because I'm just like, oh, I like crystals anyways. I kid you not. The third day after I started drinking, this shit started happening. I wasn't as, like, And I've also worked on myself. So I started doing positive verbiage. So I'm working on my words and how I speak to manifest more positivity. And getting all those words of lack, like can't, won't, and things like that out of my vocabulary, because that just brings in more lack. And we don't want that. Nobody wants that. Well, won't. There you go. So I started drinking this, and I went over to my grandparents' house, and, you know, there was a lot of trouble for the first couple days because my brother had to move back in, and there was issues. And then, like, the other day, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to be of service. I'm going to stop looking at this from, like, oh, I have to do this, and, oh, this is an inconvenience, or this or that. Because that's kind of where my mindset was before, because of certain situations that I've been in and how I haven't been healing myself and what I've been dealing with. So I've been going a lot inside, and things are now working out. Like, the moment I took away the, I don't want to do this, and it's getting more of a tough thing, and I just looked at it as of service to help this person out and not expect them to respect me back, because we know certain things are kind of weird like that. We can't force people to respect our things. But you also have to go into boundaries with that too, which I learned. I can only do so much and not overdo it, because then that's not going to work. And then stuff started happening. Like, things are more positive. I went to a job interview, and, like, the vibes are awesome. It's awesome. It's, like, bringing up my energy field. I'm feeling joyous. I'm also using... it is actually kind of heavy to hold. Whew. I was using a couple different oils that I've gotten, but this one's Loyalty. You guys see Loyalty? It's a rare one. It only comes to certain people that have been on essential rewards for a certain amount of time. I think it's 6 months and then a year. I know it's at least a year. Every year, if you've been on it consecutively, every year after you hit those benchmarks, like for the first 6 months, I think you get a peppermint oil or something. For the first 3 months, you get a peppermint oil. For the 6 months, you get something else, and then for a year, you get the Loyalty one. And then every year after that, you get the same Loyalty. You get a Loyalty for every consecutive year that you're on. Now, they only make this for the people that are there. You can't order this. You can't get it anywhere else unless you're on essential oil rewards for that long, which is awesome. And I want to tell you why this is awesome. Because it's got 5 million positive vibe oils in it, and it smells amazing. Like, I'm a woodsy type of a person. And I know this video is going on longer than 5 minutes, but this one's got to be said. I'm a woodsy type person, and this scent, like, all the constituents in it, and all the high notes and the low notes and the middle notes are awesome. Like, it lifts up my... Like, I've been using rose oil, as you saw before, and that's one of the highest potent ones. And that's actually in this, along with Melissa. And Melissa's another one. Melissa's an oil that basically you will end up... If you're in a bad mood and you put Melissa on, you'll generate more bad stuff. It's really freaking weird. If you're in a really good mood and you put Melissa on, it'll bring in good stuff. It mirrors whatever you're feeling. So that's why I don't really touch Melissa as much, because I never know when my emotional state is going to be like this or that or this or that, because I don't want to put it on and then be in a crappy mood and then bring in more crappiness for the next days to come. Because I really believe in that thoughts or things. I mean, and when I was a kid, I was brought up with it to a degree. And then I had to learn my lessons. But this has got a full... Look at all those oils that are in there. That's a lot of oils. Excuse me. I've always... Ever since I found out I have a deviated septum, my nose has been doing weird stuff. So, anyway. Ingredients. Angelica oil. Yang Lang, which has been out of stock for, like, ever. And that's one of the really good ones for stress relief and just chilling out. That's one of the ones that you can find in the Chinese provinces. It's a really pretty flower, too. It's kind of like that. I love looking up all these flowers, too. It's really awesome. Lavender, also good for calming. Idaho Spruce, which is amazing. Cassia. Now, cassia is one of the oils that was found in the Bible. And it's in our Essential Oils of the Bible group, which is kind of cool. And that's a separate kit that you can get too, which I actually ended up winning a couple, it was last year or something, around Christmas time or something, which is really cool because they've got all the Spike Nerd and all those really old ones. Vetiver, which is good for stress relief. Sacred Sandalwood, another really high frequency oil, which is awesome. Geranium, which gives that floral scent, which is really good for another stress reliever. Sacred Frankincense, well, that's one of the best ones we got because it's part of Jesus's oils. I mean, it's got that whole like royalty type, feel to it. It's got that whole scent, that tree resin, because it's made from the tree resin. It's really awesome. And that is another really, like, those three, Melissa, Rose, and Sacred Frankincense, are one of the highest. It goes in a tier. You can look them up. I can give you information too about that if you really want to go into it. And then there's patchouli. Now, patchouli I don't personally like on its own because it's too thick, too pungent for me, I guess. But for me, it's really cool because in this, it's dumbed down, so I don't really... Originally, I'm like, okay, it smells like, for me, stale cigarettes, which a friend of mine from church used to wear it all the time, and it just wasn't my thing. And a lot of people say it's an old hippie oil. So, like, a lot of the hippies used to wear it to raise their awareness of things. So, eventually, I kind of get used to it, but my body's just like, yeah, I'm good. So, when this is cool, in a blend, I work with it. Cardamom, which is pretty cool. I'm not really familiar with that one. I got to do some research on that one in my book to see what that one's good for. And then there's another one, Mastranate. Mastrante, which I don't know that one either, but it seems cool. It smells good. And then there's the Melissa oil, the peppermint, and the rose. So that's a lot of oils just for this little thing. So it's highly concentrated. I have half a bottle left, and this one was from last year's. See how the line's in there a little bit. This is from last year. I got this December 2017. So they last a long time. But I've been using this a lot more, almost every single day. And I'll put like a drop on my wrist and a drop over here. And I definitely put on my third eye to open up my third eye. So I'm becoming more psychic and attuned to my intuition and basically being more aware of, what to listen to and what situations to go into and what situations to kind of hang back from. Or if anything, just to kind of like watch and figure out how it plays out. I'm definitely learning that because I'm a personality that definitely was one that would go and help people out and jump in right away and be like, hey, you're not supposed to be doing this because it's not good down the road. And then I find out that they did it anyways, and then my time was wasted or whatever. And I felt bad because they weren't listening to me and all this stuff. So I'm learning not to do that because that gives me more drama. It's not on them, it's on me because I put my feet in and my, experiences in not where it was belong. Like, I can put advice. Like, we can give advice, but don't pressure people or put people in. And don't get mad when they don't take our advice because that's an internal thing. Like, it kind of goes half and half with trying to put boundaries down. So it'll be like, okay, I'm going to give you advice, and this is what you should do. And if you don't, then I'm going to step away, and I'm not going to be involved in your drama after you realize that you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? And this is all stuff I've been learning since all the crap that's gone down since last December, all the way through the year. And as we go into 2019, we're learning to drop old karma and old habits and bring in new stuff. Because the earth is changing, the vibrations of the earth and Mother Earth are changing, they're rising. If you look into it and you look around Facebook and find groups and stuff, it's there. If you seek it out, you will find it. If you don't choose to, that's fine, that's up to you. But just know that it is out there and it is happening. Now, whatever you believe and whatever you do is fine with me. I just always have been curious about this whole stuff. I'm into numerology, I'm into all that stuff. If you know me, you all know. But, anyway, so this is going on 15 minutes, but I just wanted to say that's awesome. I'm here. I hope you guys have a lovely Christmas and happy holidays. Love, light, and blessings. Contact me if you want more information. See ya. Merry Christmas.